Welcome to the RTPI Awards for Planning Excellence in the English Regions for 2021. Running for over 40 years, our awards provide an important opportunity to reflect, recognize, and reward the achievements of planning professionals, teams, organizations, and young planners at the local level where you are. It is through these awards that we can celebrate the very best, and in doing so, put planning in the spotlight for all to see. Through this achievement, we will continue to transform our communities, protect and enhance our environment, and help shape successful and resilient economies for future generations. As President, one of the most inspiring parts of my presidential year is going out to the nations and regions, meeting planners and teams in person, understanding how you have turned local challenges into opportunities for innovation, growth, and development through proactive communication and engagement with local communities. Today, in our regional awards ceremony, it is time to celebrate our joint effort to make our world a better place. Planners, we are at the forefront in tackling the environmental, social, and economic challenges of our times. Even during the pandemic, we have kept going, and now we are looking to the future to ensure a greener and healthier recovery. The wide range of excellent entries this year have kept our judges busy over the last few months. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the judges for volunteering their time, knowledge, and expertise. I would also like to thank all the sponsors whose support enabled these awards to take place and also help to widen the reach of showcasing best practice. I'm delighted to hear that across the nations and regions, we had over 110 entries this year, and from what I've been told, narrowing down the shortlist has been quite a challenge. If you are inspired by what you see and hear today, we would encourage you to enter into the 2022 RTPI Awards for Planning Excellence, opening early in the new year. Finally, to find out more about the finalists in your region and the winners of the awards, I now hand over to your regional chair. Best of luck, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Wei. It's now my turn to introduce the second Virtual Awards for Planning Excellence in the East Midlands and welcome you all. It's undoubtedly been another challenging year. However, the Regional Committee have been working hard on delivering a range of in-person and online events for 2022. I'm very much looking forward to seeing members in person again. So whilst this year's awards have seen a slight reduction in the number of entries, these remain to the highest standard and reflect the talent and expertise amongst planners in the region. And there are 3 award categories being presented today. Excellence in Planning Delivery, judged by Mark Walton at Tetra Tech Planning. Young Planner of the Year, judged by Stephen Pointer from Nottinghamshire County Council. And Excellence in Plan Making, judged by Chris McKinney, who's from Bolsover District Council and on the Regional Committee. So thank you to all of our judges. We are also most grateful to Tetra Tech for supporting this event as our sponsors. And I would like to hand over to Mark Walton to say a few words. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Tetra Tech Planning are pleased to support the RTPI East Midlands Awards and specifically to sponsor the Award for Excellence in Planning Delivery. On behalf of Tetra Tech Planning, I was very pleased to judge this category and looked for the entries to demonstrate examples of outstanding best practice, innovative thinking, high levels of community engagement and significant benefits to the environment, economy and community. So, this year's award for Excellence in Planning Delivery, highly commended, goes to Planning and Design Practice Limited for the Amber Gate Social Club redevelopment at Chase Farm in Derbyshire. The Chase Farm proposals consisted of the sensitive redevelopment of a brownfield site in the Derwent Valley Mills World Heritage Site. The site formerly comprised a derelict social club together with 2 19th century cottages and an agricultural barn, but the whole site had been neglected for a number of years and the buildings were rapidly degrading. The new development comprised a single detached dwelling on the footprint of the old social club, a terrace of 3 dwellings and the conversion of the barn. Completed in June 2021, the development is now an asset to the World Heritage Site, having delivered 8 well-designed, high quality family homes on a brownfield site and in a highly sustainable location. The proposals overcame various design and environmental constraints, and for me, the winning aspect of the scheme was the creative approach to securing planning permission within the heritage site. This project is interesting and clearly presented some planning challenges which were positively overcome and resulted in a very attractive scheme in a world-renowned heritage setting. My congratulations to everyone involved in the delivery of this project.
Hello, I'm delighted to be judging this year's RTPI East Midland Young Planner of the Year. Before I make this year's announcement, I'm very pleased to firstly hand over to the RTPI's National Young Planner of the Year, Ryan Walker, to tell us more about our young planners.
Hello, I'm Ryan Walker and I'm delighted to introduce this year's Young Planner of the Year awards for our English regions. I was fortunate enough to be awarded RTPI Young Planner of the Year for 2021. It's been an amazing few months already, filled with numerous experiences of professional networking, being interviewed for magazines, writing blogs, speaking at conferences, and just generally being granted a platform to speak about the issues that are closest to my heart, namely standing up for young planners, speaking out and raising our collective voices, and making sure that young planners are central to tackling the most critical issues of our time. Being awarded Young Planner of the Year undoubtedly has opened many doors, many that I never even dreamt would be possible, and to say I feel privileged would be a massive understatement. So thank you to the RTPI for granting me this fantastic opportunity. Now, this year we've welcomed an inspiring range of young planner nominations from across our regions and nations, including awarding our first ever Young Planner of the Year for London and Scotland. I know many of you will be keen to hear the results, but before we announce the finalists and winners of where you are, let me tell you a little bit about why I think the award of Young Planner of the Year is so important. Young planners are the future but also the present of the Institute. We have more than 8,000 members of our Young Planners network, which is the gateway to not only getting more involved with the RTPI, but most importantly a facility to meet like-minded planners, to support each other through those early career stages, and to inspire the next generation and develop key personal and professional skills. Young planners are at the heart of shaping futures. They are the generation of a time when planning for climate change, health, inclusivity are at the heart of what we need to aspire to. Their ideas, motivation, creativity are what the RTPI want to showcase through these awards, and I ask everyone to consider nominating their colleagues in the future. Now, this award seeks out the brightest RTPI members in the early stages of their careers. Potential candidates can work in any area within the industry, and we are looking for outstanding young planners who can demonstrate a contribution to planning or significant career achievements in recent years. Entrants can nominate themselves or can be nominated by an employer, a colleague or a peer. I'm also proud to say that in 2022 we will be introducing a mentorship program for our winners, which means that becoming Young Planner of the Year is no longer just a title, but a fantastic opportunity for supported personal growth and professional profile raising. So all that leaves me to say is good luck.
As this year's judge of the Young Planners category, I'm keen to help champion the talent and expertise of young planners in our region. When I began my career in planning, I recall needing the support and validation of others to build my confidence and the network of planners in the region to help support my early professional development. Through this award, we want to celebrate the future leaders of our profession. In assessing nominations for the RTPI East Midlands Young Planner of the Year, I was looking for someone who'd made a significant contribution to planning, demonstrated career achievements, and had a strong commitment to the profession. And the winner is Jessica Herity of Oxalis Planning. At the time of entry, Jessica was a senior planner at Asbury Planning in Nottingham. She has a diverse planning experience, ranging from large and small-scale residential development, strategic land promotion, to commercial, retail and agricultural developments. In addition to her day-to-day work, Jessica provides support to junior members of the team and is an enthusiastic co-chair of the Women in Planning East Midlands Committee and co-lead of the Women in Planning Mentoring Working Group, responsible for launching the first Women in Planning mentoring scheme nationally. Jessica is now Principal Planner at Oxalis Planning. She's a hard-working and reliable professional with a positive attitude towards clients and fellow team members. She's shown a high level of commitment to her own and others' professional development, being active in Women in Planning and acting as a role model for other young planners. Jessica is leading by example and promoting her own and others' professional development through mentoring. She's shown enthusiasm and originality in promoting women in planning.
Hi, my name is Jessica Herity and I'm a Principal Planner at Oxalis Planning based in Nottingham. My planning journey started when I was studying at the University of Birmingham. I studied a joint honours degree in geography and planning. My passion was always for human geography in school, and the planning element of my degree, something I'd never studied or even really thought about before, complemented my interests really well. Since leaving university, my work has generally taken a rural focus, working on barn conversions, large and small scale agricultural schemes, diversification of traditional country estates, and small and medium scale residential schemes. In the last couple of months, my work focus has shifted quite significantly, now working at Oxalis Planning. I'm part of the team handling strategic scale housing and employment development schemes across the UK, which has been a bit of a change, but I'm always keen to broaden my planning experience and learn new things. In addition to my work, I'm one of the founding co-chairs of the Women in Planning Network for the East Midlands. We've previously organised face-to-face events, including a leadership skills event, and during the pandemic co-hosted a virtual event with the Young Planners East Midlands Committee, discussing the future of the Nottingham Broadmarsh site. I also led a working group on the creation and rollout of the National Mentoring Scheme for the Women in Planning Network, which was launched at the end of the summer. We put the scheme together during the pandemic since we knew there was a lot of change going on in people's careers and thought this would be a good way of supporting our network as best we could during a really difficult time. For me, planning means constant problem solving in an attempt to balance out competing interests, needs, aspirations and constraints. It's an extremely difficult balancing act at times. Every day is different and the decisions we make as planners have real world consequences, which can be a daunting prospect but also one which is gratifying when planning is done well and you see your scheme up and running. I think as we start to finally move back to normal life post-pandemic, mentoring is something I really think is important, particularly since we've all felt somewhat isolated in the last couple of years and a lot has changed and continues to change in the planning world, which can be challenging to get to grips with, but having a mentor can be really beneficial to you as a young person in the planning industry and in the early stages of your career. Thank you.
As a local authority planner, I was very pleased to judge our next category, which looks to highlight excellent practice in plan making. Entries can include local plans, strategic plans, master plans, and supplementary planning documents. We look for the entries to demonstrate outstanding best practice, innovative thinking, high levels of community engagement, ability to deliver significant benefits to the environment, economy and community. So let's have a look at this year's finalists. and highly commended goes to Nottinghamshire County Council for the Nottinghamshire Minerals Local Plan. Nottinghamshire County Council Planning Policy Team prepared a new minerals plan very promptly following the withdrawal of their plan from examination in 2017. Following publication in 2019, the plan was submitted for examination in February 2020, and in light of the COVID-19 and pandemic, the hearing sessions were delayed, but the team responded positively to the opportunity to hold hearings via Microsoft Teams, broadcast live via YouTube, and they were one of the first authorities to do this with the support of the Planning Inspectorate. The hearings were held in October 2020, and following the Inspector's report, the plan was adopted in March 2021, so only a short matter of years for that. And the winner is Nottingham City Council for the Nottingham Design Quality Framework. The Design Quality Framework is a series of design guides and quality evaluation tools that aim to address development design by giving applicants and designers information and certainty at an early stage during the plan-making process to help them create exemplar places where the citizens of Nottingham want to live. The Design Quality Framework platform and its tools are accessible to all, free of jargon, simple and easy to follow and apply. The framework works in a flexible format in order to respond to the challenges of a fast-changing world, and through it the Council offers community engagement, training and support, and has a range of ideas and examples available. In judging this entry as the winner, I felt that the submission demonstrated Nottingham City Council's ambition to champion community design and ensure that in addition to all the usual insider stakeholders, there would be meaningful engagement from the communities that will live and work in the places that the planning system helps to create. From the conception of this project, Nottingham City Council demonstrated a keenness to learn from an audit of past planning decisions and then use this evidence to reshape and improve its approach to design. Drawing on its excellent involvement of Nottingham's communities in the preparation of its design guides, this approach has seen a growing series of guides under the Nottingham Design Quality Framework banner that now include current policy hot topics such as carbon neutral design and designing for wellbeing. Based on this clearly demonstrated excellence and example of leading practice, I can confirm that the Nottingham Design Quality Framework is awarded this year's East Midlands Award for Excellence in Plan Making Practice.
And that concludes our East Midlands Virtual Awards for Planning Excellence. I'd like to congratulate all of the winners and the finalists for giving us the opportunity to share in their success driving forward planning excellence. These awards are a wonderful reflection on the bright, the bold and the beautiful, and may we reflect on these as we move forward. More information can be found on the RTPI East Midlands website, where you can read more about each of the projects. I'd like to thank again our judges for their time and consideration in determining the awards, and the sponsors for enabling these. If you are interested in being in the regional awards entry, judge or sponsor, then please do contact us at eastmidlands@rtpi.org.uk. If you've been inspired by today's winners, then please do look out for our new RTPI awards starting in the new year. Finally, keep inspiring, create excellence, and be proud of the difference you are making as planners. Thank you.